Well, how's it going tonight, Oregon? We're feeling good to be here. My name's Nikki Lane. That's Michael LaPinto right there on the guitar. Well, it's hard watching you drink your liver away. We're up in the Pacific Northwest. We're hanging out and going from Eugene to Medford, a little Oregon run. It's at the tail end of a big national tour. We're excited to get up here where there's some big open sky and fresh water and try to go fishing and soak up a little bit of this Oregon sky. I'm a late bloomer, and I didn't start playing music till I was 25 years old. I had a very strong personality at 6, so I know exactly who I am by the time anybody's trying to get in there and figure out who I am as an artist. I learned to support myself, I learned to build myself a little foundation, and then I jumped off into the almost starve to death, you know, like climb your way back up kind of thing. And I think that established at least enough like blind confidence, you know what I mean? Again, for better or for worse, to just keep jumping up there. So we started this tour out in Dallas, Texas with Government Mule. We were following along in our trusty van, and then our trusty van we don't trust it anymore. And it's gone now. It's back in Tennessee already, and Mike and I continued with our good friend Hannah, who's out there selling merch as a duo. The adversity, you know, gets the songs that create the emotion that people come and like start crying and hugging me about, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but the good times create the songs about stealing the boys' clothes while they're skinny dipping at the campsite and leaving them only their boots and their cowboy hats. Like, you know what I mean? I'll take good and bad times for the inspiration, I guess, but the good times are just as easy to write about. I'm a quitter though. I don't actually do it, but I talk about it. I'll tell y'all, I'll throw something and leave the room, and I think everybody knows that I'll be right back, but, but you know. I've already thrown myself to the wolves. I might as well play y'all a song that I finished today on a boat in Odell Lake. What do you think? Where's my fishing pole? My hair got caught in the hook. Well, sometimes you gotta run away to live a life that you can write a song about. Oh, I finally figured it out. Life's better when you're having fun. It might be hard to believe it 'cause you just can't see it when you're down out. Think it might be time for you to pack your things on the road. So come on, sit tight. We got Lucinda singing on the stereo. We got a have a hard time having people out here that aren't really flexible. Tour is a series of hurdles, jumping hurdles, and don't have anybody out here who's tired of jumping. And I guess I do make people jump a lot harder when you put it into perspective that I chose a fishing trip on the last day of tour. But I do kind of look at it as like, are we going to leave this tour knowing that like everything fell to shit 2 days ago, or are we going to leave this tour knowing that we just like cruised around trolling a fishing line for 45 minutes? And like, I won't be a grumpy bitch at 9 o'clock tonight anyways. Like, you know, I get off that stage, I'm gonna be tired, you know what I mean? Regardless of whether or not we got up and did this today, so.
I'll move. I'll go back to my normal chair. It doesn't make this noise when I move.
This highway, she's hotter than 9 times the kinds of hell. The rides there are scarce as the rain. That's it. When you're down to your last buck, nothing to sell, and you're too far away from the train. Spent a good month of Sundays and a guitar to go. I had a long drink of yesterday's wine. Lived a life.
The 2 choruses at the end.
For which?
Sing Me Back Home.
Yeah.
Satisfied women.
And I'll just follow you.
Ride me down easy, Lord, ride me on down. Leave word in the dust where I lay. I'm easy come, easy go, easy to love when I stay.
I get anxious. I don't like sitting around waiting to do the job. I like to kind of live as much as I can and roll up to the job, because once I walk in the door, I'm on y'all's time, I'm on y'all's money. So it's like, I take it pretty seriously, you know what I mean? I love to have a good time on stage, but I love to make sure that I find my hat in time, you know what I mean? And then I'm ready to kind of to get into it, because that pumps me up for a good show, which, believe it or not, takes every ounce of energy that you thought I had already expelled at the fishing and tackle, just because you're on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't take much more than I'd been through, so I called up the doctor. I said, what should I do? He told me, sometimes you gotta try a little harder, try a little harder, get what you want, keep secret. Sometimes you gotta try a little harder, push a little farther just to make it on the road.
I've got a route where I want to drive or ride a motorcycle out in Whites Creek in Tennessee, and I feel like when I'm recording, if it's good, I'm taking off before I get home. I'm getting a Jenny's ice cream and I'm hauling ass through the mountains, listening to my stuff on repeat, being like, oh, you're gonna be famous, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you just did it, like, you know what I mean? And I know that's what I mean about just like waiting till I know, because it's like I can write 30 songs, but if somebody asks me how many songs I have for my record right now, it's 6. Don't matter how many songs I wrote if 6 of them are the only ones that you can queue up in a moment's notice.
One of these days you're gonna wake up and find yourself wondering if you done right or should have done something else. It gets hard to believe you're gonna find a way. That's the price you pay. Thinking back to where it all began, at the much, Eugene. Jackpot, I hit the number, it was always you. I was looking for sevens, they were coming in too. I was on a bad streak and honey, it was getting me down.
I feel like the first year or two that I was touring, I figured I would make time for some of these experiences we were dipping our toes in each trip, you know, on my off time. Maybe coming out here and doing all these little single day experiences for us is what's made us more of a family. We are pretty tight-knit. We do know what's going on in each other's lives. We know when to kind of like pick up the slack for somebody because they're not feeling well or because something's going on, you know? And so we're all really digging in and having each other's back. We all are giving up a lot by coming out here. So being able to pick up on those nuances and respect them and give them space and also rib them if they're taking it too seriously, you know, keeps us all in check. And then maybe the family perspective, I mean, we seek out real homes to stay in. We go and buy way too many spices to be able to pull off a meal, including stuff to bread fish that we never catch. We try to build those experiences daily so that we have a family out here.
Say let's go all in and give it all I got. Put the quarter in the slot, it's gonna be jackpot. Viva Las Vegas, Atlantic City rendezvous. Weekend in Reno, late night casino. I'll go anywhere with you. Rolling down the Mississippi, living us a riverboat dream. Since you're away, jackpot, I hit the number, it was always you. Jackpot, I hit the number, it was always you. Jackpot, I hit the number, it was always you. Jackpot, I hit the number, it was always you. He told me not to break a string, but I could not resist. Thank you so much, Eugene, Oregon. Government Mule's up next. We'll see you next month.